Hey girls, how you doing? Let's do another pickacard, and today's gonna be how do they feel. So let's keep an open mind. It's just tarot. Don't be triggered. Stay cool. You know the story. And then we do one card extra from the soul card and only major arcana. So let's do two powers and let's rock and roll, right? Okay. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Pile number 1. How do they feel? Six of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Nine of Cups. Beautiful. Very powerful. So they've done the healing. They needed to go back to the core, know who they are, what they want, maybe go back to really the primer trauma of their life, and maybe as well rest, take a bit of a pause to reconnect with the truth, really, and ask themselves some question, and you as well, I think, because now what we have is very much equality. I love you as much as you love me, and I know exactly where I stand, and I can give you very much what you expect from me. You don't need to be together, but you want to be together. It's very different. You don't come together because or out of need. You come together because he feels right. It's very transparent now, but you need to be transparent to yourself in order to be transparent to each other. That's very important. So it's very balanced. And number 6 is pure love. Pentacle is longevity when it comes to, love and relationship. And of course, it's a wish granted. And also, this card come out so many times lately, so often. It's because it's time to face each other. It's time to have a conversation. And again, it doesn't have to be major. It can be simple, just have a cup of coffee, cup of tea, whatever. Something simple, but at least breaking the ice. Okay, if it's about work, yeah, maybe you had to rest and recover and understand what do I want to do with my life, and then you finally decide to work with someone who's not going to squeeze you like a lemon, but actually respect you and pay you for what you're worth. Okay, and then you have a wish granted. Okay, so I'm trying to sometimes balance as well with work, because it doesn't have to always be about love and relationship. Someone was definitely defensive of the heart, maybe, as to start with, and both sides. You keep looking at each other, maybe on social media, or we're reading emails or texts or watching pictures, whatever, remembering each other very much. You, on the other hand, I think you build your how can I say, your grounded energy, your roots had to be stronger than ever, because maybe you have been separated for a little while. You kind of worked on yourself, because what else are you going to do, right? You may as well. And so you rebuild maybe your stability financially. You find new ways to make your money, but you also wanted to maintain your principle and values. You're someone who knows what you want. You don't want a halfway there, halfway here. You want truth, you want stability, you want honesty. The Queen of Pentacles, male, female, doesn't matter, is someone quite traditional. They don't want, a little bit of a woman. That's it. It's about building a business, building a relationship, building a family, building something. Okay, fine. So they're moving towards you. Definitely, it's time. I think they're leaving behind the insecurity. They've done the healing. You as well worked on yourself, and as a result, they leave behind whatever limitation they had, or someone else, or a situation, whatever, and they're choosing love. It's number 6 again. Pure love. So it's very straightforward. I don't need to go around the bush here, half an hour. It's very straightforward here. So how they feel love, and they now heal maybe the inner child within, and they can approach you the way it's supposed to happen. So let's have a major arcana from the soul cards from my friend Lorente. So let's have a look. Strength, definitely. Now because you've done your homework on both sides. You're stronger as well financially. You're definitely stronger emotionally. Now you had time to rest, to recover. Maybe physically you needed to rest and just recuperate, and then you actually come back stronger than ever. Sometimes, I think when the soul is not at peace, the body is not at peace neither, and is exhausted, and you push it and push it, and it just eventually you have to rest and recover and build your strength. It's like a muscle you're training. Okay, so that's beautiful. I'm loving it. So pound number 2, how does it feel? The Emperor, King of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, gorgeous, absolutely stunning. So for me, yes, it could have been a first Vavavoom based, ego based, a bit superficial, flattering their ego, or blah blah blah. Okay, fair enough. It could have been just meeting on a kind of a social base and just like, lingering in some kind of cocktail, whatever. Very kind of easygoing, blah blah blah. Or maybe it just started as a bit physical, if I may say, but now we have an emperor. So it's someone who opened the heart, because the point of the emperor is to redefine themselves emotionally. They can be very action based, they can be very focused on the business. They look, from the outside very together, no doubt, very elegant, all of this, but inside they might be a little bit, different. So they need to be congruent. And that's why the emperor is someone who also take action, because a person knows exactly what they feel. I know where I'm situated, I know where I am, I know what I want, and I know who I want. Damn. Number 8, infinity number. There's different ways to make things work. Maybe if it's business, it's about becoming their own boss and do their own thing. It's a bit outside of the box, but also for you guys to learn a little bit more about how to make this work. And maybe your connection is not the typical relationship, and that's okay. It's not one format fixing for everyone. It doesn't matter which way you make it work, you make it work for yourself, right? So for me as well, if you had some disagreement because they were not ready to give you more than just physicality, then the door is still open though. You can make it work one way or another. Okay, so strengths, definitely. This card is coming out on both piles today. Very much. They know now, because in Emperor, they know. Male, female doesn't matter. They know what they want. They know who they want to be with. And you're very strong as well, because they recognize you as a match, obviously. Definitely an Emperor is not going to go for anything less than an Empress, okay? So yeah, 2 of Wands. Someone was very much in the position of the Empress, but you knew that you were not going to move toward them. They had to move towards you. Again, this idea of, you have the boat coming to the harbor, another harbor going to the boat. So you were in 2 of 1 position, which waiting in some ways, but at the same time, kind of like, I'm not stuck to the phone. I'm just doing my thing. But you knew you were not going to make the move. Also, they may have had to choose between 2. Do I open the heart? Do I not open the heart? There is maybe someone else, or maybe more than one, so whatever. They had to spend some time disconnected. They had to get away from the spotlight. Maybe they were during that pandemic as well, or whatever. They were not able to flatter the ego as normally they would do. They had to rethink. They had to come back to the truth themselves. It was necessary. If you want to gain that strength, you have to stop pretending. You have to be congruent, okay? Go to the core. And now we can start something, restart, in my opinion, something with a proper, principle. Like, it's necessary now to go through the pentacle thing. It's not a question of money, but it could be you can start now a new business, because you learn to use new tools, you learn new skills, and you can set up a business as well. And don't forget, it can always be other things than just love. But if it's about relationship, now you can start, but this time nurturing this relationship, nurturing on both sides, and then you can really build that infinity number 8. Beautiful. So let's have a major arcana. Gorgeous reading today, absolutely. And let's see what we want here. The devil. For me, it was an idea of maybe as well, they needed to heal and confront themselves, because maybe they were stuck in a codependency, whether it's to substances or someone else. Maybe they were with a karmic relationship. Maybe they were, stuck in some ways, and they were also searching for some ego, flattering in order to feel better about themselves. Because when you are in a karmic relationship, is very much linked to narcissist and whatever, and someone with low self-esteem. So that work really well together, but you feel stuck and you don't feel so good about yourself. So that person needed to maybe be by themselves and understand what they're made of and who they are, came out of that codependency, which can be very, very difficult. It can take a while. However, once you come out of that devil energy, then here we go. As well, it's true, let's not forget, there is a lot of chemistry between you two, for sure. But there is love here. because you want to build something together. So it's not just about vavavoom, but sometimes the vavavoom starts something that, a little bit of sparkle, and that triggers something. Absolutely. So on this note, have a beautiful day, and I see you tomorrow. Mwah. Ciao.